Okay, now let's get into it. Okay, so there's this infant, right? Consciousness comes into the body mind and it's like, what's up? I'm brand new here. I don't know nothing because like I forget my infinite self and the body mind hasn't developed yet. So what's up? Like I'm a human baby. And then experience comes in, attachment development comes in, and experiences in relation with the well-being of fulfilling internal attachment needs throughout these different systems of the body mind are what create the content and connectivity of all this data. And it also develops the regulatory protocols of brain hemispheres, brain lobes and regions, brain waves, nervous systems, cranial nerves, the endocrine system, digestion, respiration, everything. How the body-mind associates with all components of reality is first determined by how it is associating with itself through the navigational structures of the body-mind. So if you want to shift the way the self is subconsciously or unconsciously associating with something outside of it, you have to first shift how it is associating with its own self inside of its own body-mind, as the body-mind assists consciousness in interpreting and projecting into reality. Abstract associations of experiential elements. And this is so complex, okay? There's abstract associations of everything you've ever seen, heard, smelled, tasted, touched, every emotion you've ever felt, every type of place you've ever been to, every type of person you've ever seen, every person that you've ever known, every place that you've ever been specifically, every concept you've ever learned about. They're all different types of experiential elements that have abstract associations in the navigational patterns of the body-mind. So we can look at the navigational patterns and then we're approaching it more effectively because we're looking at what's actually existing in it, not just looking at what experiences first created it. But if there's more than one island, it's kind of like going deeper into the foundation of all of this stuff and be like, okay, how are these islands actually like sitting in the water? How are these islands actually sitting in the water? And what's affecting them? You know, are there underwater earthquakes that are shaking the stuff and causing the land masses to move away from this other landmass? Are there things happening that are breaking off the pieces of land and the islands getting smaller? Are there things that are happening to make the island get bigger and farther away? What's actually happening deeper in the land masses that are sitting in the water, under the surface, beyond what you obviously see? It's kind of like that, but with the body mind. Or if it's like a house, instead of just looking at, the crack in the baseboard, you go to the foundation and realize that crack in the baseboard is because the foundation of the house was shifting and only showing up in something obvious, but the actual cause was much deeper. So if we go deeper than just the navigational patterns, if we go deeper than just the surface clues, if we go deeper than the past experiences that have created it, then we can actually work with the foundational structures of the body-mind. And when we work with attachment systems, all of this data throughout trillions of networks, all of the explicit, implicit data, all of the data from each year of life, all of the data throughout the neurobiological social engagement system with a bunch of different roles that have different navigational priorities beyond awareness. All of the abstract associations of every experiential element in existence, real or imagined. All the different self-associations from every period of life that are now affecting present moment realities and how the self associates with all components of reality based on self-associations in the body-mind. The content and connectivity of all of that flowing throughout trillions of energetic pathways are simultaneously resculpted. The content is upgraded and improved with better navigation, and the connectivity is expanded. So now all that improved navigation can connect, communicate, and collaborate in new ways. In the process of upgrading the navigation and regulation of the body-mind, improving and expanding the content and connectivity throughout these trillions of energetic pathways, then implicit health challenges can achieve complete resolution. Even if there's like 100 different simultaneous health challenges, If they are all stemming from some form of disrupted navigation and regulation, they can all be healed simultaneously, effectively, and enjoyably without directly working with the implicit health challenge that is directly observable. All the implicit health challenges can achieve total absolute resolution with these techniques and approaches and concepts. And self-aspects are able to have greater sense of unity, connection, loving liberation, divine expansion, fuller expression. And that is a beautiful, 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 beautiful journey. No matter what your experience is with implicit health or anything like that, that's a beautiful journey to be on no matter what. And then there's this expanded potential of the body-mind to navigate and regulate its own existence in new ways. And that really paves the way to open the doors for personal evolution, personal growth, personal development, awakening, ascension, embodiment, expansion, learning new things, being a fuller expression of all of you, expanding into higher potentials and bigger dreams, whatever it might be, having more fulfilling relationships, whatever your focus is right now. Okay, so resolving implicit health challenges, having deeper unity and connection with all parts of the self, and expanding into fuller potentials of various aspects of personal experience from the inside out. So there's a lot of reasons that this can really be a game changer along any healing journey of loving liberation through life. And that is one of the things I'm most passionate about. When you work directly with the systems of attachments, the systems of internal needs of attachment systems, especially through social self-engagement practices, the power of consciousness resculpts the foundation of the body-mind, and it actually shapeshifts all body-mind structures indirectly. 3 different methods, okay? Working with navigational structures and attachment systems in different layers of specificity and generality to achieve different directives or intentions, objectives. You can work directly with navigational patterns. You can work with specific attachment systems in correlation with the navigational patterns, or you can work with all attachment systems to influence all the navigational patterns without looking at them. Okay, and the goal is to improve and expand content and connectivity to improve the quality and connection for parts of the self beyond awareness, knowing that approximately 99.08% of inner realities exist and operate beyond direct perception and immediate awareness. Because I really do love sharing this, and the value of it is beyond anything you can imagine, because when you can understand and transform these realities and restore the body, mind, well-being, and reunify with all parts of you that you didn't even know you weren't unified with, everything in life can get better and more beautiful and wondrous, and implicit health challenges can resolve, and relationships can be more deep, and you can be more connected with all of you, and sensory processing becomes more heavenly and paradisal, and you can be more connected with all of you to go after those dreams and ambitions you might have. There's just so much benefit to investing in yourself in this way, to restore the body mind, to reunify with your parts of the self, to liberate and expand the essence of your true beingness, and to uplift the navigation and regulation of the body mind so that it can be this miraculous vessel of light that it is intended to be. Please feel free to explore all my other libraries and my offerings if you want to dive deeper into these concepts. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. So infinite love, and thanks for learning with me. or your heart rate variability might be like 10 beats per minute a little bit differently or something. Your oxygen intake might fluctuate 2%. Like there could be really subtle things in how regulation is different. Or maybe there's different hormones and neurotransmitters regulating or being activated in the regulation. And in some islands you just feel like blissful and happy and like wow, and then in other states you're just like kind of flat. There's not like a lot of going on. Or there could be unique styles of brain hemispheric balance, integration, and activity in the regulation. And maybe in some states you're just like, man, I can exercise and I can focus for hours and I can read a whole book. And when I'm working, I'm focused and I get what I need done. And then in other island activations, you're like, man, I cannot focus to save my life. Man, I'm exercising and mind-body connection is too much work. So I'm just going to dance around instead of actually exercising. And wow, like I'm reading and I just read a paragraph 5 times and I have no idea what I read because I'm distracted by all the beauty around me. Like there could just be really subtle ways that regulation is engaging differently when there's different activations of navigational islands in the body-mind.